You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it a back day. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Google signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock. I be doing big things.
Welcome back, everyone, to the newest edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Jan Ludis. It's been a while since we had a solo message out there for you. We've been meeting up with a lot of special guests, and the conversations from each one has been absolutely impactful. So go take a look at our recent interviews and see what grabs you and can help you. Before today, I want to put this message out there to help you directly with something each and every single one of us struggles with, and that's stress. Wired into our beings to experience stress to some magnitude. No doubt about that. Studies show it for that matter. Until we start to build up certain factors in ourselves and understand our experiences from a greater perspective, it's very possible that stress can play a major factor in our day-to-day lives. So, why not put this video together to help you out of stress and begin to live above it from now on. Before we get into that, if you have not subscribed to Once a Week yet on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button below, because that number has been rising each and every single week, and we want you to be a part of all of it. Please hit that thumbs up button below as well to like this message so we can then share it to more and more people, because that's our entire goal here, to help more and more people. But let's get right into it. So if I were to ask you, how's your stress levels? How have they been lately? What would you say? Minimal? Moderate? Has its moments here or there? Or, for some of us, is it constant? For a lot of people, it's as if stress does not turn off. And we need to find a way to at least numb it so it doesn't take over every single moment of the day. And that's across the board, sadly. But wherever you fall on this chart, I want you to grasp something. Stress in itself can be broken down to two different categories. You've got chronic stress, like the constant that I just mentioned, stress that goes on and on with no resolution. It's got no end in sight. It's when we feel helpless to our situations, to our circumstances, when we feel like just a number in the workplace, when we feel as if we aren't valued for who we are and what we bring to the table in certain situations, whether it is work, or maybe that's even personal relationship as well. It can happen. Or when we feel as if there is truly no light at the end of the tunnel. And this is it. This will forever be how it is until we pass on. It's sad. But truthfully, so many of us fall into that category, and now more than ever in the world. And certain factors play a role in that. But the second category of stress is, in my opinion, a much better place to find yourself. And that is constructive stress. Constructive stress is what creative people often feel in response to a goal they are working towards or a need that they are trying to meet. Or in the workplace, it's a deadline that they are working towards. Let's face it, they'll achieve it, right? The difference in this category is that the stress is temporary. There is, in fact, a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can see for yourself that it's getting closer, and you yourself are getting closer to it. And as you get closer and closer to it, the level of stress starts to alleviate. Incredible feeling. The two different sides of stress. But where do you find yourself today? Because today, so many of us sit in chronic stress. We are just trying to find our way, trying to deal with past trauma, trying to heal from whatever we've been through, trying to stay afloat. And I'll tell you this, society has not made it easy. The constant fighting in the world, the constant disagreement we find on TV and on social media, if we truly sink into that, So no matter what, we will be in a chronic stressful state. We're going to find ourselves trying to escape it or numb it in some way. And that truthfully is why we here on Once a Week, we've created so many different messages to help you rise up to a higher level for yourself, to teach you and guide you up the ladder of your emotions so you can see the stressors, but realize how small they actually are for you. So you can see how strong you actually are to change your life in a matter of a moment. But if we follow the ways set before us on the news and social media, all we are doing is asking to be stressed out. It is on us to choose a different outlook. Chronic stress is created from a feeling of helplessness, a feeling that things will never change. But if you connect that to our individual lives where stress is played out daily, it's false. We can change things in a matter of a moment if we choose to. And as we always say here and teach here, shifting your thoughts, shifting your words, and shifting your actions can change everything for you in a matter of a moment. But we need to choose that route. Again, it's on us at any given moment. Instead of choosing the route of diversion, the route of just numbing how we feel down by some other means other than making a change. In this day and age, you got drugs, you got alcohol, excessive video games, excessive distraction, so many more. All areas that are trying to divert us away from the feeling of chronic stress, believing that there is no way out, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, so we're going to make our bed here. I say to you now, but I just believe that there is a sense of self-respect and self-worth in us. We would want to shift away from that, right? That's stress. We would want to heal so we can step up and step out from the shell we've felt locked in for so long and find that self-respect and self-worth to step away. And to do that and experience that, we need to provide a time and allow a time for ourselves where we can feel safe. We can turn the switch off from the stressors in our mind to actually have a daily life outside of what we are trying to do for work or from the relationships, but time for us. And that takes effort at first. In the go-go-go world, we are trained to never stop. We train our minds to never stop moving. So we need a shift from the norm and provide a time and space to just be and do what we please. How great does that sound? The more we do this, the more our mind finds that peace and we realize the stress in itself is subsiding. We then begin to see things from a greater perspective, but in doing so, we begin to step into a more constructive area. We begin to want to put in the effort to change our life in some capacity. And in doing so, we now have a goal. And with a goal comes a new beginning. With a goal comes a starting point. And from that very moment, we also have an end result, an end point, which connecting the dots now means that you have a light at the end of the tunnel. You have stepped out of chronic stress where there is no end result. And having now moved into constructive stress, which is beneficial to help you change your life and reach your goals, to change you and help you reach the light at the end of the tunnel that you can now see, to change your story to whatever you, in fact, choose it to be. Constructive. You can pick it up and you can put it down. You can see when the stress begins to fade away. And when that pursuit becomes the norm, you begin to realize you are now in control of your stress. You're more in control of your life because you're directing where it now leads. When you are truly in control, the stress you have to numb fades away. There are moments that can be stressful still for sure, but you have a deeper sense that you can get through them. As the saying goes, this too shall pass. Think about that, because this too shall pass. Why should we stay in a stressful, helpless state when the option is on the table to see things from a greater place? When we set time aside for ourselves and get right with us, when we can really take a look at our experiences, our past, our situations, whatever it is, and find the deeper meaning behind them, but also want to change things. All we have to do then is start. And the more you start to take steps in some direction, the more you leave this place where stress is found, and you find something new. Let's find something new, and let's see how newness feels in this life. How great does that sound? New for you. Think about that. But these categories of stress, we all fall into them at some time or another. No doubt about it. But if we hold the perspective and option of which one we fall into, why not step into the constructive route? Why not see life from a place of change rather than a place of being stuck that we have to numb from? It's on us. Always has been. So let's step into it and see what the newness is all about. I'm going to close it out right there because it's on you. Like I said, it always has been. But I'd love to help you with the entire process. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Comment below if you have questions on this deeper concept because it happens in all of our lives. And please like this message on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button below. Share this message to someone who you feel needs to hear it and can grow with it. Someone that can use it and start to change their life for the better. Please subscribe to Once a Week if you know already. If you or anyone you know is in need of a coach who can step in and help in these areas discussed today, to help you alleviate that stress and elevate to a higher level and see yourself from that higher perspective, guys, head to Billy'sLifeCoaching.com. You can set up a free call with me. I'll be right there for you because, as I always say, I want to be right there for you. Guys, click the link in the description to check out our Mindset Mastery course because this course will, in fact, give you the tools necessary to step into that next great version of yourself and unlimit so many areas of your life. So go take a look and please sign up. But to close all this out, guys, chronic stress, constructive stress. One helps you to an end result in life. The other tells you that there is no end result. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. This will be it. There is no change. There is always a change that can be made. If you find yourself in a place where you have to numb this stress, you got to make a change and we got to let it go. Set a new goal. Set time aside for yourself, whatever it is. But you got to get back to you and find the newness in life. Every day brings a newness for that matter. And it all stems on what your outlook is and what steps you're going to take. If it's on us, why not move in that direction? Think about it. But again, I thank you so much for tuning in. Until next week.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, God in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it turnpike miles. Yeah, it's Boo signing on, John to the Hancock, and I'm always key, I'm ready to unlock.